Welcome to Manny's TV Talk, where we will talk about all of our favorite reality TV shows and news surrounding them. Grab a snack, a drink, and get comfortable because this starts now. Well, hello everyone. Welcome. So we're going to have a lot to talk about in this video because we're talking about the latest episode of Vanderpump Rules, Season 10, Episode 14. So this episode was supposed to be the finale before all the Scandoval news broke. So let's get right into it because it was definitely finale worthy, and I can see why it was a finale. But we begin with Katie and Ariana and their new business. They have a professional go over who they're working with, and they talk about some business things. And then they also say they're going to have a little party to, make people go and know a little bit more about the restaurant. Katie does ask Ariana, like, what did Lala say to her in at that little get together they had last time with Sandoval, and she kind of fills her in on what happened and pretty much says that it's really none of Lala's business, which she's 100% correct. The next scene is Raquel and Charlie. They're going shopping and they talk a little bit about how awkward it's been for Raquel to interact with Katie. And then they also talk about James. Both Raquel and Charlie agree that James clearly likes Allie much more than Allie likes him, which I've been saying that all along. He's like obsessively into her, and you can tell that Allie doesn't really like James. I still think she's just trying to get famous. And Raquel does also say that she wasn't really invited to the Ariana and Katie party, so that wasn't surprising, but she does announce that she will not be showing up. Then the Toms are seen once again in their unopened restaurant. We've seen this the entire season. It's unopened, no menu, no employees. It's a mess. But to get a little bit more serious, Sandoval does have like a personal chat with Schwartz about Ariana. He says that he really doesn't feel like Ariana likes him. They argue constantly, and she disses him all the time. They even show clips to prove his point, and I do believe him. I think that had he broken up with Ariana and then gone with Raquel, like done it the right way, everything would have been okay. And we would have all probably understood, but unfortunately, that's not what happened. So next, we see, of course, Sandoval and Ariana at their place. So they talk about the situation of him not leaving the party when the grandma passed away. And then after that, he says that he feels like they haven't been connecting in a while. And he feels like she belittles him and that his presence annoys him. I'm sorry, that his presence annoys her. And Ariana says that he's the only person she wants to hang out with. So, like, that's not true. And she does agree, though, with the fact that there has been a disconnect lately. And going into the TMI road, they say they've only had intercourse and 4 times in the last year, which I was like, oh, damn. So then they try to come up with some ideal way to spend quality time. And even with that, they disagree with. And he makes a good point that she goes out with her friend named Logan and that they dance in the club and do all these fun things in a way that she doesn't do with him. And she says, well, it's not like you like those things. And he says, you really think I don't like Beyonce and dancing to her songs? I thought that was pretty funny. But he does say that he loves her, and that's pretty much it as far as that scene. The next scene is Allie and James. He's going to that festival thing that he's doing. I'm not trying to downplay him, but his name is like the smallest on the flyer. But they talk about the party, the sandwich thing they're gonna have later, and James really wants to introduce Allie like formally to Lisa Vanderpump, which she is a little bit hesitant, but LVP is like a mother figure to James, so I can see why he wants to introduce her. Then the day of the sandwich shop little party comes. So LVP talks to Allie once they're at the place in regards to James to, she wants her to be there for him and be his other half so that he can get better because she's really been invested in him. And then quickly James and Allie leave because of the event that he had. They have some sandwiches there to try, and Lisa likes the sandwich. Katie's mom was there, so that was nice to see, her daughter opening up this business. Christina, Kelly, and Lala arrive, and then finally both the Toms arrive. Now, I will say Scheana was not in this episode at all because I think she was sick or something. So then, once everybody's there, Katie and Ariana thank everyone, and to further celebrate, they're going to go over to Sir. So once they're at Sir, they try some more sandwiches, and Raquel is present here. A lot of conversations are going around. One of them is Schwartz with his former mother in law, Katie's mom, and she talks to him about how hurt Katie was when he kissed Raquel. I've always thought that Katie was being dramatic about this, and I still, to a certain degree, do. But my mind did change a little bit hearing Katie's mom talk about it. Like, she was very emotional and kind of like explained why it was hurtful to Katie. So that did make me look at it differently. Anyways, Ariana and Raquel talk. Ariana thanks her for being there, and she says that she loves her, and they also talk about Katie. But then Ariana does say that even though, she's on Raquel's side, she kind of sees why Katie was a little bit hurt. But then Raquel begins to explain that, she was trying to be respectful of Katie, but that after that Vegas trip, that completely changed her opinion on both Katie and Lala. So at this point, she doesn't care what either of them think. But then, you guys, oh my gosh, Raquel has the nerve to question Ariana about her relationship with Sandoval, and even asks about their sexual activity, which is crazy to me. Kind of sucks, though, how honest Ariana was being. Like, she was being really, really vulnerable and sharing everything. So then, separately, Lawless chats with Lisa if it is possible to find someone her own age and to stay with them as long as Lisa has stayed with Ken. And then she says that she wants another child, but she's going to get a sperm donor because she says that she doesn't want anyone who can threaten her paternity. Phaedra, please come and read this, girl. I mean, I can't take anything she says seriously anyway, so whatever. Let's just move right along. So this is where things start to get really heated, really juicy. So, okay, Raquel approaches Katie to congratulate her on the shop, but apparently not too long ago, this was after Mexico, Raquel and Schwartz allegedly made out again. So Katie was really mad when she heard it, and she started to rage text Schwartz. And then Raquel is talking to her about that. After she congratulates her, she comes out of left field and says to Katie, "You filed for divorce, so why is it any of your business what he's doing?" And I thought, damn, Raquel, she was coming in swinging. This turns into a very heated argument. Katie begins to insult her, and Katie tells her that she should get the F out of there. Katie is losing her mind. She's so angry at this moment. And Lala interjects, because of course it's Lala, and she says that, you know what, having a conversation with a pig is the same as having a conversation with Raquel. There's no productivity. That was mean. Okay. And then this is where I kind of like lost it. The mom, Katie's mom, tries to interject, and then Raquel didn't really like what the mom was saying, so Raquel said something like, "Oh my gosh," like she kind of rolled her eyes. And Katie then says, "That's my mom, have some respect for her." So then at this point, Lala and Katie are screaming and, saying, "What the F is wrong with you? Where were you raised?" Katie calls her the C word. It was mean. Like, I'm sorry, but anytime I see someone being treated like that, I don't care what they've done, I think it's messed up to be ganging up on someone. Anyways, Ariana and Sandoval slowly approach because they hear all the chaos. And of course, Sandoval comes to defend Raquel. And then Katie's mom begins to say what she was trying to say. She starts to cry. But here's the thing. Y'all may disagree with me. Let me know. But if moms are going to start being involved in the fights, it is impossible for you to expect someone not to react. Sorry, but it's true. If Katie's mom's going to be here in the cameras, in the drama, trying to say something to Raquel, Raquel's bound to have a reaction. So I'm sorry, but that's what I think. But then Raquel walks away. Schwartz is somewhere in the corner, like a scaredy cat, doing nothing, even though he's like part of the main problem. And then Ariana starts to cry out of nowhere. And I was like, what is going on? But because she even started saying, "I just want to go home." and she goes with Lisa Vanderpump, and I'm like, what's going on here? But it was just a lot of emotions for her. Like, she hasn't really been able to, deal with the grandma, and then she feels bad being in the middle of Katie and Raquel because they're both their friends, and she's having a hard time. So now at this point, people are crying, mad, getting up, storming out, and then Katie pulls Schwartz outside. Then Raquel interrupts that, and Katie goes off on her again. And she says, "Go away," this and that. And then Raquel tries to apologize, but as she's starting to do that, her and Schwartz start to blush at each other. I mean, come on. Of course, Katie was going to get mad at that. And Tom is kind of defending Raquel, so Katie is livid and walks away. Then inside of Sir, they bring a cake to celebrate Lisa's birthday. She gives a little speech of seeing all of them go through so much, grow up. She says that she knows that eventually they're going to have to find out a way to deal with their problems. She cries. And this actually would have been actually a great way to end the season and even the show, I would argue. Like, if for some reason the show didn't come back, this would have been a good ending. So, yeah, like I said, it was a very emotional speech that she was giving because, these are like her kids at the end of the day. And everyone's a little bit happier, at least. It's not too, of course there's still tension, but at least they're kind of like, at least now they're calmed down. And that's the end of this episode. And then next week is the new season finale. It will be the footage that was recorded when the scandal news broke up. So you guys just quick trip down memory lane. So all of this that we've been seeing, that was the original season that was filming wrapped, I believe, September of 2022. The scandal broke. The news broke, I believe it was somewhere around February of this year. So the cameras went back and they recorded everything that was happening in real time. So next week is going to be all of like what we know now, and we're going to see that play out. So that's definitely going to be a very, very interesting episode. I'm sure the ratings are going to be through the roof like they've been throughout this whole season. And then after that, finally, we're going to get the reunion. So we're at the end of the road. We're going to get finally to the good stuff. But the sad part is that after we, because we want it to happen so bad, but then when it happens, like, it's over. And then we're like, damn, it's over now. But yeah, you guys, those were my thoughts about this episode. What are your thoughts? Let me know all of them in the comments. Again, I know the popular thing right now, especially if you go on social media, is to disregard any little thing that either Sandoval or Raquel do or say. Apparently for Twitter and a lot of people, it's okay to completely throw away their humanity because they made a mistake. Here, I will hold them accountable, but I will also treat them as humans because that's what they are. But that's just my opinion. Like I said, let me know your opinion and your thoughts. Do you think this would have been a good season finale? Yeah, anything you want to tell me. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll catch y'all next time. You'll have a great one. Bye.